Welcome to Fem Forward. I'm your host, Yanity Martinez, and with me I have
Emerald Tellez
and
Nubia Fernandez.
And today we bring you our first ever episode of Fem Forward. What is Fem Forward, you may ask? Well, Fem Forward is something that us three seniors and one of our juniors, Amanda Martinez, came about together to mentor and guide the girls here at Young Women's Preparatory Academy so you guys can feel the actual student perspective of what being a monarch really is. I want to talk about what being a sixth grader was like and what that first day of school felt like for us. So I feel like it's a weird topic to talk about because we're seniors and it's like very nostalgic.
That's so weird. You start off in the school and it's such a big change, especially going from like, let's say, a co-ed school to coming into here, especially with the rigorous curriculum. You feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
And you're never gonna adjust.
And you're scared, maybe you might be scared like to talk to the older girls because there is a middle school and high school, so you're like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Like, I don't know who to ask for help. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. So.
Yes.
So I'll go first, I guess. Little story time. So I used to go to Bridge Prep Academy. We both went to Bridge Prep, but I just went to the Inter-American campus and she went to the downtown one.
The Greater Miami one.
Greater Miami. Anyways, so I was the only one out of the entire school to come in, so I was alone, completely alone. And I came in the first day and I was scared. I was shaking, and me personally, I've always dealt with like anxiety. So you already know I was a little girl, very short, very petite, and I was shaking my boots. And my first class was Jordan. Yeah. And then I was so nervous, and when I get nervous, I just need to talk to someone to like just calm my nerves and to just like let it flow. And that's when I met my first friend, and I'll forever thank her. Like to this day, we're not in contact anymore, but I will always thank her because without her, I've had a very different experience, and I would have left the school immediately if I didn't have her to thank. So thank you.
So I just remember walking into the building and then my mom being like, oh my gosh, my little girl, she's growing up. So then I walk in and I'm like, okay, I'm coming here to do what I came to do. Like, I knew that this school was very rigorous and that I had to like have my goals straight. So I was very, very quiet in middle school. Like, I was just focused on work. Like, you see them nodding their heads right now. Like,
We could testify.
Yeah, I remember having Miss Haynes in 6th grade for math. We had a lot of fun in that class. Like, it was definitely a big change. Like, we were actually learning math. Like, harder from what we were learning in elementary school. I also remember being in the robotics class with Dr. Cho, Little Princesses. I loved doing robotics. She was always super welcoming, super kind. Like, any other activity that she like wanted to do the students, she would always like come up to me and encourage me to really just come out of like where I was at so I could really thrive in the school. I also was a little scared of admin at first, but I'm telling you now, like, Mr. Pfeiffer, he's like very, very nice. Also, our current principal, she's super, super sweet. So
Shout out Miss Rivera.
Shout out Miss Rivera. So
Shout out Mr. Pfeiffer.
yeah, shout out Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah, he's
Been
a
here
real
since the jump.
Yeah,
He really has.
He really has. So you guys really don't have to worry about that. Also, yeah, Yare, can you talk to us about like big sister, little sister?
Oh, yes. That's something actually that I feel like we didn't get to value as sixth graders. Like, our class, I feel like, didn't really get that really big sister, little sister experience. But it's one of those programs here at the school where if you honestly, like, you embody big sister, little sister, then you'll take advantage of it. It's a program where you basically get to meet those people that you're so scared of at all times. And you see that they're actual humans that you can talk to. And then now, out of nowhere, you make a senior friend, and you now have a sister that follows you through freshman year, senior year. I mean, it's not always the same one, but it's always a familiar face to the school. So as a sixth grader, you have this freshman that you know out of nowhere. And then you see them, they see you grow into an eighth grader, and you see them grow into seniors, which I thought was beautiful. Like, personally, my sixth grade big sister, she was very shy when we were first in sixth grade, but then I was also friends with one of her friends through the Big Sister Little Sister program. And as I started growing in the school, like growing like 6th, 7th, 8th, then I saw her grow into a senior, and I saw her like get out of her shell, and I thought it was beautiful to see that, because it makes you feel comfortable in some way to do the same with your own experience in high school. So yeah.
Funny story. So we had the same big sister. She had her in 6th grade, and then I had her in 7th grade. But like she said, she got to see her grow as a person, because when I volunteered with her over the summer, like, we really just started talking more, and we became really good friends. So really, like, even if you're scared to come out of your shell, trust, you will like know all the teachers in the school. You will have lots of admin that will be your friends as well, so you never have to worry about that.
Yeah, I feel like as a 6th grader, you walk into the school and you feel like you're restricted somehow, but also being in a small school allows you to flourish into the person that you really are. Like, that's something I do think a lot about Young Women's, that I went from being very shy, although I was like also very expressive in 6th grade.
Yeah, she was.
I went from being a very shy, like pretending person almost, to being like truly myself at the school, which I think a lot.
I would say something about the 6th graders. I don't think they have an issue talking to us. I think they're pretty good. They're pretty well
Yeah, the 6th
rounded.
graders this year.
Yeah, and I feel like we've also like set the standard though, because when we came in, the seniors had like such a superior attitude compared to what we hold. Like, we're just very real with you.
Yeah.
Like, we don't
Very
care.
open.
Yeah, I remember the seniors that when we came in, like you would look at them and you would be like, whoa.
Wow. They just have it together. But that was just like a facade in reality, because I know they were going through it, because now we're them. We're just very real. Like I said, we don't put up a front. We let them know how it is so they could prepare. We're not going to be people that we aren't. And that's what I like about our class.
Okay, real. Hashtag real.
So don't be scared to talk to us, because trust, we're not going to bite. Like, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Not for the most part.
And that was it for this episode of Femme Forward.
Thank you for coming.
Please make sure to tune in for our upcoming podcast numero dos.
And we do encourage you guys to leave questions. Yes, and you can
Go seniors.
Go seniors. You can text us, send us any questions or any topics that you want to talk about. This is for you guys, so please
Let us know, because we're yappers and we would love to talk about all the topics you guys recommend.
Yeah, or even if you want to come on.
Oh my god, we would love special guests.
Sure, we'll take special guests someday. But if you do want to come on and you want to give an
a
input
long
about
list.
a topic that you do want to talk about, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye.